Hey there, I am JB, and for today I would like to show off the new DLC vehicles and or compare some of them to the original builds, because I had a comment that if I put the vehicle cost on trivia, it actually for free and or right away available. So let's find out. Indeed, it says all vehicles are free and immediately available. So let's just do that and let me just show you the good stuff. And wow, look at that. The TOS 119 MUD is right away available. Wow, what is all kinds of stuff and things on there. Oh, look at that. There's like a bucket, a gas mask, and the whole vehicle seems to be modified. Wow. Okay. I like that. There's some paint buckets and stuff. It's like a hillbilly vehicle type of deal. Okay, so once I have opened the base, I will compare the... Oh, wow, what was that? I will compare this... That's so weird. Okay, stop it right now. Just 2 seconds, okay? Let me just speak. I wanted to say I will compare this vehicle with the original one once I have unlocked the base. Yeah, these boulders, yeah, I can still not climb on it. Even though, you know what? I would like to try it. I see a spot there which might be able to help me out better if I can get onto this little rock here. And let's turn on, of course, all of the options. Okay. This vehicle is crazy. I love it. Yeah. Come on. You could do it. You know, I am pretty sure it's possible, right? Only I'm not the smartest here. So let's just recover it. Let's just go around and let me just unlock the base, which I need to drive to the train terminal and or put the convoy up and send out the utility vehicle. Unless, I mean, I know how to go, right? I've done it before, but let's just see. Maybe this way can do it. It's okay. Stop. Very calm down. Oh, okay. You. Okay, let me just go the normal way, alright? Or else it's gonna take forever. It's a lot of fun already. And so I have completed the objective and I have opened the tunnel base. Now let's see. Do I really have everything? Well, at least the rusty versions of it. So let's go to the shop and look at that. Everything is for free. And I think the most important thing to grab first is the fuel truck. So let's just, well, get the fuel truck. Then we also want to have the new Expedition Scout. We're gonna compare everything, which in this case we're also going to have one of these, of course, in the new version. Coming up next is the bridge layer number 1, and that will be this guy, and number 2 will be this guy. Then we also have the new cargo crane truck, so let's buy that guy, and or in comparison let's buy this guy. Alright, in the front of me, 5 of the new vehicles. Over there, vehicle number 6, that's the first one we're going to compare with the normal version. And then I was like, wait a minute, 6 vehicles. There should be 7, and then it all of a sudden starts to make sense, because right out here there is the rusty version of the bridge. Let's start off with these guys and just see what is different. Well, it's already clear that the headlights are definitely different. It has some orange up front, it has the winds up front. It has some stuff onto the roof. It seems like, I thought it was an air intake, but that is also light. That's different. And on the back we have some modern looking backlights, which is also very nice. We got an extra wheel, we got some extra fuel, which I'm also starting to think maybe that vehicle can give fuel to other vehicles because it's carrying extra fuel, right? Now, of course, you might wonder what is so special about that stuff. Well, in the last video, I kinda already talked about it. It's actually that the stats right out here is what makes the difference. Because this one has a 3, 4, 3, 1. while the new version 3441. So the capability has one extra. Anything else should be exactly the same, and you know, maybe it can deliver fuel while the other one can't. I'm going to need to figure that out at some point. Oh, okay. That was different for a minute. Alright, so how does it drive? So I'm just going to do a little bit. I mean, I'm just gonna assume it is kinda the same, and the capability is different though. I'm just gonna give it a little like rush and go left and right, and you see like how does it drive, just by going all over the place, going a little bit straight. See like the speed. Is it tipsy? It doesn't feel very tipsy though. Alright, let's drive on here. Would that be possible? Yeah, so far. Of course we need to turn the options on, but yeah, it does what it needs to do. Alright, and now with this one, and meanwhile I was actually thinking maybe the fuel onto the roof and on the back means that it has more fuel for itself. That could also be the possibility that it's why it's more capable. Anything else, I'm not really sure what I really need to compare. I mean, this one kind of drives the same, not much of a difference. I'm not sure if those wheels do make a big difference though. Of course this one is a little bit lesser tipsy, if you would, because it's a lesser high. But you know, in general it just drives very well. Alright, there we go. Let's park this guy out here and just move on with our lives. Yeah, I think this is actually the best position for these kind of vehicles, because that's often how you see it at a car dealer, right? So on those rims and stuff. Now then we have this guy, which, well, it has the looks and the funniness. Oh boy. And then we're gonna compare it with the normal one, which is this guy down here. Which already feels boring compared with the new one. Now, of course, there is a lot of differences. We don't have the pop, and the wheels just do some funny stuff. Speaking about wheels, the back wheel of the new one is definitely a lot different than the back wheel of this one, while the front wheels are basically the same. I feel like it's way higher on its wheels though. Like the front is kind of the same, but then the back is like, whew, raised into the sky. Now, speaking about stat-wise, what would be the difference between those two? Well, the normal one has 4342, and yeah, that is going to be a bit of an issue because it's not in the store. So I'm not really sure how to compare those stats. Now, of course, we already kind of know how it drives, and the funniest thing is, I said, oh look, you can, you know, steer the back wheels. The other one does the same thing, and this is something that I might have seen at the beginning when I got the vehicle, but I haven't noticed afterwards. So that is basically the same. Now this vehicle drives very nice, and the difference between this one also, and this is something I've also mentioned, is that the exhaust pipe is way higher up. So compare that with this one, it just stops just about where the roof starts, while this one continues where the roof starts. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring both of these vehicles to a piece of water. Alright, so meanwhile I was driving this car to this area, I all of a sudden realized that I actually recorded the beginning part of buying that vehicle that I don't know the stats of. Oh, that is surprising. As you can see, the new vehicle has a stability of 2, while the normal one has a stability of 4. Mobility of the new one is 2, the old one 3. Capability is a 1 on the new vehicle, and on this one it's a 4, and the weight is just the same. Wow, that is surprising actually. Yeah, you know, the thing is, I guess this funny vehicle, it's just for two things. Thing number one for that thing, it's just a fun vehicle, right? Just for fun. And maybe thing number two is that it can handle a lot more water, right? So we're just gonna test that right now. I'm gonna sink it in slowly. Okay. So it starts complaining when the water just hits above the bottom line of the window, to say. Let's just keep it with that, right? Now let's compare that with this guy to see if it's this. Oh jeez, this thing is crazy. Okay, it can definitely handle a lot more water. Okay, stop. Oh, okay. So it starts complaining / is when the roof started to get covered up. Yeah, okay. I see. So yeah, this thing still has something that it does better at the other one, even though this is more of a fun vehicle. Anyways, there is another test that I would like to do with these two guys, and that is going through a super duper muddy area. Because with the back wheels, I kind of doubt that it wouldn't be that good, right? And down here, as you can see, yeah, there is kind of a muddy situation going on. If I can get safely down here. And I want to turn everything off. I just want to see how it does without. And I should actually go through, you know, this stuff and have it tilt a little bit. Okay. Yeah, now it's stuck, but if we turn this on, it's going. Turn it off. Oh boy. I'm so afraid this thing will explode at some point. Yeah, okay, it's doing well. It's doing well. Maybe even the explosion might sometimes just give it like a little boost. Then it shocks for what? But I guess you need to be very lucky with that. And let's turn it on because holy moly. Alright, now some of you might have seen like, JB, I already seen like spores of a car that drove here before, especially right now. Yes, I actually tested this guy already way before, but I decided to do things a little bit different. And I didn't test it with everything turned off, by the way. This was something that I just got into my mind, because then you can just, you know, test it all the way. Now this guy I haven't tested this yet, so I'll turn everything off. We're just gonna follow the same route as before. You know, sometimes you have ideas and then at some point you're like, you know, maybe I should do things different. I got those moments often. Okay. Yeah. This is the same spot where we got stuck before. But maybe a little wiggle. Yeah, that does the job. And then I kind of went like down here. It just goes. And maybe that is just, you know, the stats given to the vehicle. Wow, this one doesn't need it at all. Okay, so yeah, there is a big difference in those stats, and this just proves it. Like, I didn't have to turn anything on for the moment being. While with this guy I still needed to do that. Yeah, it can handle a lot more water though, and that's fine. I like that. Alright, the next one coming up is the Mule. We have this guy, which is the new Mule called the Trailblazer, and I like the wheels there. It's like green or whatever. It seems like, let's just put them near each other, but it seems like it has a wider wheelbase. But it might also be because of the tires. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like that the original Mule 1 has more like all-terrain tires, and this guy has like off-road tires, right? Now the first thing I notice is that the height is very much different. This new guy is way higher than the original guy. The only thing I find a shame, and this is something the developer should have done, is just make the bed, oh my voice, make the bed a little bit wider and a little bit longer, just to give that small little extra there. But anything else, the bed is pretty much the same though. Yeah, the wheels has some stuff on top. This one has a 3-3-4-4. Sounds very nice. And the new one has a 4-3-4-4. So yeah, the stability is a little bit better, but also how does it drive? Because even though the Mule is a favorite to a lot of people, apparently there are also people that it's not kind of the favorite. They really like the one with the long nosed kind of truck, which we also have a new one with a crane. And they like that one better. Now I do know a very nice spot where we can actually use these guys at. And you know, so far it drives nice. It really drives nice. It's a little bit you know, bumpy. That might be because of the wheels. But there we go. I don't need any options. So yeah. It's a good idea. We're just gonna try it without options, which is all-wheel drive and differential lock. And then we're just gonna go reverse this trail, which we're gonna end up with a whole soup of water. Unless I screw it up. Please let that not be the case for today. And you know, at the end of the video, okay, there is something I actually would like to try. How do I do this? Let's just give it a little boost there. There we go, and turn everything off. And then it's like stuck. All-wheel drive on. No. Differential lock, all-wheel drive. Okay, there we go, we're out of it. We should also not forget to wiggle the tires. That always seems to help for a bit. No, little boost there. That's fine. Alright, there is a lot of water out here. Yeah, like I wanted to say, in the first test, I actually ended up wanting to turn around to go around a broken bridge to a wooden bridge. And later I was editing the video and I might have still seen a possibility that I could still go by the broken bridge. And I wanted to test that with this guy. Oh, now it does. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to say, notice there's no complaining about deep water, which is very nice, of course. Yeah, okay, so for this area it's really going to have these options on. Maybe now we're out of here. With a little bit of speed we can just keep on going. And I think this is also important if you play on hard mode with fuel on, because these options will cost extra fuel. Now let's see if I can do this better by instantly going how I should have gone with the other one. Yeah, it's... Come on, you want to go to the side there? Okay, let's just turn everything on here. Let's keep it on. So yeah, let's just keep it on until we pass the water. Need to keep in mind this one is lower to the ground. I am stuck here. Nah, I think this is it. Okay, well that is clear. I might be just unlucky here. With the other one, it might be that I just passed that part over there. And of course, it's me that drives it. So in this case, we're gonna test this guy. Now for the fuel truck, I can already tell it's not a lot of difference compared with, you know, the other semi truck. Okay, let's just first unfold this thing and then just see what it does, right? Before we start making decisions on where we can use it, which I'm thinking about it. I think I know where we can use it. So let's just toggle anchors. Right, and then oh okay. And if you just stop it, it just does that. Okay, that is pretty neat. Right. And then you can just flatten the ground. Okay, stop being silly. So detach is just 1 and 2 for you guys. I just changed my hotkeys. And yeah, you can just drive with that thing up. Or, you know, you can just move it down. Like a giant spoiler. I always have to do something silly. Yeah, so now we have, you know, a small little bridge. And yeah, that's cool. That is cool. So now my really biggest question will be, how precise do we need to be in order to get it back, right? So of course we need to unfold this thing first. This is gonna be the important question here. How much do we need to be precise? Oh. Well, okay, so it is not like you need to be super precise, of course. For people who like role playing, you can of course do that. Oh, but this is neat. Holy moly. And you can just drive like that. I'm such a child, you know that? I am such a child. I want to do something stupid here. So, like I was saying, I want to do something silly here because, you know, even though I'm a full-grown adult, we always like to do silly stuff, right? So I'm wondering, can we just do things like this? Maybe if I would be more careful and then have it like on top of this. Ah, that is so neat. Anyways, enough messing around. I actually would like to put this guy into action. First things first, let's just get this guy in position. A little bit back, of course. Let's keep a little bit of an edge. Well, it's just about it. Yeah, maybe just a tiny touchy more. Just a little bit, okay? Don't go crazy. Okay, that was a tiny touch more. Okay, and then detach. Now, I didn't use anchors, but, you know, if you're in a very weird position, maybe you're going to need to use that. Yeah. Okay. And then we can just... like it's built for this spot. Very good. Yeah. And then in this case, we're going to take the other one. Please stop doing that, thank you. We're gonna grab this guy here. Yeah, it's weird. You would think like it drives that way, but it drives that way because I'm not driving forward. So let's just rotate this guy like this, and then we're gonna test and see. Well, let's just first undo. Oh, yeah, that's... Wow, okay. That's very different. Let's unfold this guy, not undo. Yeah, this guy also has anchors, so let's just get them out. Let's see how long this thing is. Okay. I don't think this one can still reach the big gap, but here comes one question that all of a sudden pops in my mind, right? What if you screw everything up? Which in this case, we're just gonna, you know, pretend that we're gonna screw things up. Okay, so let's pretend, you know, we're doing some stuff. And I need to use this for an example, testing purposes. So, you know, we're building at a gap, and I make like a calculation mistake that this gap is way too big, right? Which in this case it definitely is. And then, oh no! You know, oh snap. You know, things like that. How are we going to get this thing back? Now, I'm also thinking about it, alright? Oh man, my brain is like going ham right now. So the first thing that I want to try, and then I want to try a second thing, is can we lift that thing back up? Can we lift this thing? Now I know that this crane is kind of a crying and complaining because it doesn't always want to attach to things, but so far it doesn't seem that this guy has anchor points. Because, yeah, okay, now switch it off. No? Okay, so in this case, maybe the developers could add that, because why not? In this case, we do something different. Then I would say, okay, let's get into this guy and let's recover it. Now I'm gonna assume, of course, after recovering it, we can just recover it 2 feet ahead. That... Interesting. Okay, but... what about bringing it back to the base? Aha, developers, we have an issue. If there is no way to recover our bridge, then we are definitely screwed. Because there is nothing we can do any other than prevent for the thing to get lost. But maybe someone already tested this and reported this, but I'm definitely going to report it. And I'm going to show them this. I'm going to cut it out, the video. Yeah, okay, I'm out. Oh boy. Okay, anchors. Recover it. I'm not sure what anchors on the back will help, but it might move a couple kilos of weight. Okay, there we go. Whew. Oh my. Yeah, I doubt it, but you can always test this, right? And you know, I had a master plan in mind. Okay, let's park this guy as far as possible. Which I'm gonna need to learn, you know, where to go with this. Okay, that might be too far. Okay, yeah, let's bring it back for a bit. Oh, I think here would be perfect. There. Okay, stop. Yeah, that is definitely not going to do it. This is a little bit too much. Okay, so my... Oh, well... Yeah, okay. But... in this case, let's just drop it off. Show you guys what my silly master plan would have been. The heck is going on? Oh, developer, there is some more stuff. You know, this is why this is in test, because to discover if everything works properly. But in this case, what I could be doing is, which is actually very nice, I can recover it without having to be afraid that I will lose my bridge thingy, or it must work all of a sudden. There we go. So yeah, what do we want? Do we want the bridge to be attached to the crane, that we can lift it with a crane, because then if something goes wrong with this thing, we can still recover it without losing the bridge if it's perfect? Or do we want it to recover with this vehicle? Anyways, my master plan. I'm gonna bring this guy too. Now, you might be, Davey, how are we gonna get to the other side to do what we think you're gonna do? Well, I think it is going to push these train cars offside to get to the other side. And then you'd be like, well, if that would be the case, why don't you just drag the semi-truck here? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Stop making it too difficult, okay? We want it difficult, but not too difficult. Just let me just roleplay this story. Maybe I can pass by somehow, some way. Oh, I did bypass one train there. So can I not just... Can I not just like... push that offside there? Like, get out of my way! Right? You're not gonna tell me these containers are static, right? Okay. Go away and leave my bridge alone. Do not touch it. Where am I stuck onto? Come on. Oh, that's a silly barrel. Okay, I have to be very careful because I feel like if I don't, it's gonna go wrong, right? So maybe I can put some lift up, weight up front. How about doing this? No, don't shove it on. Oh, I'm such a silly dum-dum. Yeah. Okay, whew, we made it to the other side. Now it's gonna be obvious that, you know, the semi-truck is not gonna go past this area, right? So I'm gonna do this one down here, and then I got one more trick up my sleeve. Even though I'm sitting here shirtless right now because it's hot here today. Aha! But this is not it just yet. Let's give it a second here. And of course we're gonna get stuck again. And then we're gonna get the semi-truck out. And yes, it's not gonna work like that. But there is one extra thing that I could be doing. You know, that spot looks like something for a future bridge. Definitely. Okay, now you might say, JB, first of all, don't get stuck. That's not gonna work. And you're right. You're definitely right. That's why I still have one more thing up my sleeve. Now, I think I just want to back it off. I think that would be the most easiest way to get this thing also out of the ditch. Maybe this will work. Maybe not. We're just gonna see, and then I think it's clear that playing around with bridges is gonna be a lot of fun. Drop it. Perfect. Now, hopefully it will work. Now this thing gladly doesn't get stuck. Can we do it? And I'm gonna get stuck the moment I just, you know, get onto the first bump. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, come on, game. Just let me have a bit of fun. Alright? Stop taking away my fun. I used the handbrake a lot. No! No! Mr. Genius. Ah, damn it. I mean, with a lot of vehicles it will work. This is just one thing, alright? One more thing I could be doing, and that's, I'm going to take the step truck. Okay, that was no issue at all, gladly. Whew. Oh yeah, I forgot there was one other thing I wanted to do, but just give me a minute to see if I can get this thing going. And then I got one last mission to see if something that is possible that I screwed up in the last video. Okay, let's just tow this guy. Turn the tow on. And gas. Okay, maybe I should give it like good old. Nah, this is, you know, the idea is good, but it's not gonna work like that. But I guess the most important thing here is I had a lot of fun messing around. So the one last thing that I wanted to do, I will first have to pass this bridge once again. And I think the easiest thing to do is just go in here. and then use that. I'm not sure if that is a key or whatever that is. Align it up with the track. There we go. Keep it lined up with that beam like that. I'm just focusing on that, and wow, that makes it so much more easier to get through here. Okay, slightly I didn't went in there. Okay, so yeah, in the last or in that last episode where I showed off the DLC mod, I went with the other vehicle, the car, which is it called the Minuteman, which is also in the thumbnail. I can't remember. I actually went this way, and then I passed through a couple of trees because I wanted to avoid the swamp area, because that vehicle is not gonna make that. And then I got out here. And past this spot here. And that's how I got onto the road. Okay, so train track is blocked. You could be using a crane. The road there is blocked in 2 spots. You could be using a crane. In this case, I'm just gonna go straight out here. I'm just leaving everything on because right now all I want is get to that spot and see if I can cross that broken bridge still. It might be possible though, right? Meanwhile I was editing, I see this view and I was like, wait a minute, you know, left, right, straight, left, oh, middle. And of course I need to keep in mind I have like stuff in the back. Like, look how easy that was. I could have just easily done that. Oh man, I would like to explore more of this map, but you know, I'm also going to keep in mind that I shouldn't make this video for too long. New side objective, provide water to the village. Oh, let's have a little picky. Oh yeah, this bridge here. You can't pass this bridge, because that is what I wanted to do. Cross the forest and then get in here. Oh, well, look at this. Oh, I thought it's... Wow, developers, that is bad. This car is floating, but it's on a pole. Okay, a farmland, little village. Right, a minecart which ends up here, but still continues through the forest. Oh man, I'm so excited to play more of this map, and yeah, I wanted to go here, but ooh. It's not gonna happen.